my younger son, Michael Payne, and we are all members of a church in Citrus County called Shepherd of the Hills. Erin leads a Bible study and has her master's in New Testament. And on our table over there on the far side, you will be able to find a copy of Introduction to Disability Theology and her card. Okay.
Peace be with you. Thank you for inviting Michael and me to be a part of this excellent panel. My name is Erin M. I have my master's in New Testament from Luther Seminary. I work primarily in the field of disability theology, where I focus on creating an inclusive community. I am aspirant to be a deacon in the Episcopal Church. Shepherd of the Hills Episcopal Church, I am working towards a disability ministry that highlights the disabilities of individuals and overcoming the barriers that they face within the church. I am of the mindset that everyone has a form of a disability or disabilities. My dream is to see people of all abilities serve alongside of each other by helping one another. In the past 6 months, Michael has been serving on the altar by carrying the cross as the crucifixion. It is an excellent for Michael to serve his community. It is also inspiring for people with disabilities to see one of themselves, a messy and unique body, at the altar. Church has a lot of rituals that are comforting to individuals with cognitive disabilities. I learn what to do and where to go at what stage of the service. One of my favorite things to do during worship is to watch Matthew, Mike's brother, sign the worship service, because it adds a layer of meaning and expression to the litany. I am proud to be becoming a deacon in a church where disabled bodies are lifted up. On Wednesday, I met with Matthew and Michael to discuss our faith stories and share how God is working in our lives. Michael, how do you and Matthew serve God?
My brother Matthew and I able to serve God at our church. I carry the cross at the crucifixion. I go to Bible study with others for my church. I also pray and ask God for help. Matthew help Father George and Erin doing communion at the weekly healing service.
I love seeing Michael on the altar. It shows how we don't have to have prefect bodies to serve God. I also love having Michael in my Bible study. He adds to the discussion and teaches us from his point of view. As a part of my training to be a deacon, I am helping at the weekly healing service where I lead the litany. I also lead a weekly Bible study. Michael, why do you love going to church?
I love my shepherd of the hill. The people treat me well and they help me. They make me feel included and welcome. I feel like I have an extended family to talk, cry, and celebrate with. I always feel loved.
As Michael said, our church is very welcoming and caring. People help and really do care for each other.
Take the card, Michael.
My mom feel as though door have opened, then Father door had come to our death right away. He wanted to give Matthew and me role and duty within the community. My mom feel we need to know he is not the only one who had to have all of the answer. Father thought we'll sit down with Matthew and me. Help us work through our problem like anxiety. My mom feel as though a weight had been lifted. We have others to talk to.
Do not kill me for the network.
All right.
When I first started attending Shepherd of the Hill, Stephanie almost had her sons connected to her. Gradually, Matthew and Michael are gaining independence. Michael serves on the altar while his mom and Larry sing in the choir. Matthew helps me serve communion by saying the bread of Christ. It is amazing to see these young men grow into their individualized ministries. Michael, who first taught you about God?
My mom was the first people to teach me, brother and me about God. 2 years ago, Father God became the rector of my church, and he had helped me grow into my faith. I am one of the crucified with me, and I carry the cross doing worship at my church.
I have to say, my mom taught me a lot about God too. I also had an amazing church growing up. Someone donated a big recliner for me to sit in during Sunday school because I could not transport my electric wheelchair. I had a fun youth group in high school and was active in campus ministry. Father George has been instrumental in my answering my call to be a deacon. Michael, when did you first grow close to God?
My best friend Brandon died 14 years ago, which helped me to grow closer to God. I started reading about God and found comfort to God.
Going through a difficult time definitely teaches you to rely on God and give Him your worries. Grew closer to God when my parents got divorced. Church became my safe haven where I could just be a kid. My youth group leaders taught me how I could talk to God and know He loves me unconditionally. How amazing. Last question, Michael. How does your faith help you in your daily life?
My faith in God helped me to be nicer to my neighbor when I get upset. When with my neighbor, I am able to talk to God. Prayer helped me to talk about my problem and let them out. Prayer helped me to pray for others with need. God help me, or maybe not. My faith helped me by taking away my dread and worry from me. I know how I can give my problem to God. My brother read about God to learn how he can help teach and how to get along with people. We that not like our mom had taught both about how to give our worry to God.
Of thy neighbor, Micheal. Good to know we are able to talk to God and know He listens, though sometimes I wish He would answer me. Praying does help me become center and ground. It helps me to be able to help others and shine God's light in the world. I hope you enjoyed listening to our conversation and that it was insightful. Thank you.
That was awesome. Does anybody have any questions for him?